Hello, my name is Coco, and I'm doing a recap of episode 4 of Legal High. And it started off with this pregnant lady having these dudes put these swing set in the back of her yard. I think she heard some type of commotion or something, so she went out there in the front, going down a little street or whatever, something like that. And there was two women um, that are her neighbors saying that, can you see the construction people already started, even though we already had a meeting for them to reduce the or they were in the meeting still negotiating, saying that they didn't want the apartment building to be 15 floors. And so Marzumi was taking notes, and she took it back to Kamikato, and Kamikato was like, I'm not doing that. And then Marzumi was mad. I think she said she was going to do it anyway or whatever. And she was walking away. She got a call from the pregnant lady saying that, she said, I shouldn't have jumped ahead of myself because the neighbor already have a lawyer. And then I believe Kamikato gets a call. And it's the people that is built, not the constructing people is building it, but yeah, I don't think it's the people that's going to own the building. Or what's the construction? I don't know. The people that's in charge, they can make the 15. The point is, the people that can make the 15th floor go lower are the ones that are getting sued. Well, not getting sued. They haven't got sued yet. The neighbors just want them to, lower the 15-story building. Anyway, okay. Those building people call Kamikato and is like, can you represent us? And they go over there, and Matsuzumi saying this stuff. Kamikato was like, yes, 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 yes. And then he was like looking through their paper. He's like, everything is legal. And then dude, like, he opened up a suitcase. It said it was cash. It was about $250,000. That's what. And Kamikato like grabbed up. And they said, like, use it how you want to. And Kamikato was on board because he's all about getting his money. And so Matsuzumi, when they went to go talk to the neighbors, she was telling the pregnant lady, she said, I'm on y'all side, I hope you win. And that's when we find out, the people that's represent the neighbors, the neighborhood. His name is Aonaki. He's like a human rights activist lawyer. He always wins, he don't lose, and neither does Kamikato. And so this ends up being like a court case. Well, not a court case, but a settlement that's settled outside of court, because neither really want to go to court, even though they would. I guess, I don't know. Anyway, and Kamikato was basically like, now look, he was given $250,000 to do as his please. And I felt like they said that he could use that money, but I could have been wrong. They probably would have paid with it. He was like, y'all get $63. Oh, that crap was too funny. I'm not gonna went on this speech about how they want the sunlight. They apparently are wanting to take these building people to court because they want sunshine. I don't understand. And he was just going on and on, and Matsuzumi was like, yes, yes, and then turned to Kamikato, he's right. Sure, Kamikato got up like, bravo, and like, I'm not falling for that, whatever. And he said some words to Anuka. Anuka said some words to him, and Kamikato bounced. I mean, he just left, and what did it end up going? Oh yeah, was it? So much things could be out of order, like Kamikato wanted Matsuzumi to start gathering information, and she told him that she wasn't. And Hatari is like the cook, and the cook for Kamikato, and she's like, I don't think he thinks too deeply, because like he's bugging her, like it's all about the money. And Hatari was like, I think you're right. I think he do care. And he said, what are you, he does deeply care. He said, what are you doing over there? You ain't doing nothing but eating those crackers. I mean, he basically put her in her place. And, she started helping. And then goes to a scene with Naki and I didn't know at the time he was the neighborhood association president, and it just seemed like, okay, it's all about the money, and it's just weird. I don't like. I don't think personally, Naki is greedy and wanting money, but he knows that taking a company, all the company's money is what will bring them down. And it just seemed like, okay, but what about this? Y'all wanted the sunshine stuff that you was going on, and Nuki just like, shit, we gonna get this. I ain't gonna go to court and everything, and they were just going at it, and it was just, it was, Anuki was basically giving the neighbors a speech, and the neighborhood association president was like backing him up and just getting wild up, and they was like, we need to get other neighbors involved in this and that. So they was recruiting even people outside, more neighbors that really wouldn't, that it wouldn't affect them at all. Like, they weren't close enough to the apartment building to be involved with this matter. And Kamikato had the information man find information, and he start going to people. And what was the first one? He went up to the lady. He was like, you telling people? He was like, let's get to work. And one of the ladies that was there, all before that happened, after they got more people, because first it was kind of started little, and then it started a lot, and they get there, and that's when I guess the information dude did already find the stuff, and he was like, the dude right here was complaining or something like that. He was like, your name is such and such, such, and he said, if the building is made, he said, you will only have 5% shade. Like, it does not affect you. He said, tell me how this is going to hurt you. And the dude couldn't say nothing, and he started looking at, Anaki. And Naki was like, he was like, that calculation is wrong. He said, it's just not about the shade. He said it's about the view. And so then Kamikato started asking the man about the view. And, well, about the sun, because he said, I think the Anaki might have mentioned sunset. He's talking about the sunset. He said, I believe because it's kind of hard to understand, but it seemed like that from the dude's view, there ain't no sunshine. And then he called another name, and he was like, what's this has to do with you? He said, your apartment building is already in shade. He said, do you know such and such and such that you will be frauded and you can be sued? And he said, anybody else up in here can be sued as well, and y'all will all be taken to court. And I knew she was like, no. That dude got up and said, peace, and he left. And so then you saw the next meeting, it got lower, and that's when Kamikato started playing hardball. And well, even before that, I think Miki, he got that thing with Kamikato. He wants to see Kamikato go down, and he invited Anuki, and Anuki was like, I thought we won't mix. He was like, anybody that's trying to take Kamikato down, I'm a part of it. We friends, anyway, something like that, And he handed Anuki something to use, and they didn't ever show it, but he declined. At first I was like, what? And then Anuki got out paper, and he pulled out his thing, and and from that I just assumed that they both had the same type of papers, and it got to the Kamikato, the people he's representing, the building people, and the building people was like, we can't have this, because apparently it was saying that another apartment building was going to be built, and it was going to be bigger, and it's going to something, all kind of type of mess. And the building people was like, we can't have this, and if you don't stop, we're going to fire you. But I don't know. Kamikato, he's not about the losing. He really didn't pay attention. That's when he started going to other people, and that's when he went to the first lady, and he was like, your husband work at such and such. I bet you still telling your neighbors that he's this and that. She said he might have worked there, but I think he might have got fired or something like that. He said, isn't it a bother that you still buying expensive food that you can afford, and you in this and you in that? And he was like, let me tell you something, if you do this. And he said that the price that you could pay will only be this little bit, this little bit. But for you, I'm gonna double it for you. Now tell your friends and you'll get hooked up to that. And then he went to someone else. This dude was running. He was like, I heard your son got into a fight and the doctors the bills are paying up. He's like, but if you stop going against that, you know, the price that you're supposed to be giving. He said, I doubled it. He said, don't tell no one. And then he went to another lady and he was like, and she was like, get out, pushing him out. And so he starts saying, I heard you gamble. He said, that's why I heard that your husband, and for that reason, that is why your husband's over there going to his girlfriend. And she started bringing him in. He was like, if you change your mind about this amount, it will double. And then he went to the big dog of them all, which is the neighborhood association president. And basically he showed that the neighborhood association president has been embezzling money, and he was like, the same money that you get here, you can go somewhere else and use that same money. And at the Anuki tried to and that made Montezuma mad. She said, you ain't deep, are you? She said, I fell for Hatari's words, and she just turned around and walked, and she went to the pregnant lady, and she was like, if you drop out of the neighborhood association, from trying to fight that, she said that you can hire a lawyer on your own, and then take it to court and try to have the apartment people bring down the apartment floors. And she was leaving, and there was Kamikato, and then Kamikato was like, follow me. This dude, he is cracking me up, but it's just stuff that he does. I can't do it in this chair, but he be showing out. Anyway, he was like, follow me, and he showed the construction company a little chair. And he gave a sad story about how this woman is on her own and she won't have no one, and this he spun the sad story, and and then and she's like, she started feeling sad because you didn't ever think about that the construction people who that they're losing jobs, they don't have no money. I mean, he was spinning this story, and then here comes this man on a bike, and she's calling him honey, and she's like, who's that? And he was like, her husband. She was like, what? He's having that whole story up. And he was like, see, he said, anytime you hear a story pitiful, you want to try to defend it. He said, as you supposed to, as a lawyer, you're supposed to do the best you can for your client. And he said, if you mess this settlement up and all the stuff I did don't work out, he said, I'm taking your lawyer's badge, and he walked off. And so Aduki been trying to keep the rally up, but you could already tell some of the ones, like the pregnant lady, the ones that Kamikato had talked to are not even, they're not even as excited as they originally were. And finally they got to the final meeting, and one by one, the ones that Kamikato went to, well, Mochizumi was with them too, and they were like, I don't think I'm feeling this thing. I'd rather take what that company is going to offer us, since they're going to be in our way. Well, taking blocking the sun type of thing or whatever. And I was like, what? He's like, y'all can get more money than this. And the neighborhood association president stood up and said, we hired you, we can fire you. Everybody raise your hand if you want that to happen. And everyone did except the pregnant lady. And I thought maybe I thought she was thinking about not participating so she can sue, but she eventually raised her hand. Everybody was there, and it got to the she raised everybody's hand, and then Kamikato was like, shoot, everybody come up here and sign that paper so you can get paid. And so they was walking out, and everyone was leaving. And Anuki asked Kamikato how much you make from this, and he's like, I'll let you guess." And he was like, "Are you really happy about this?" And Kamikato was like, yes." And Majizumi visited a pregnant lady. She said, "You feel disappointed in me," or something like that. She said because in the end I just took the money too. And Majizumi was like, "You didn't. I guess you didn't feel like by yourself you could have had the chance to win." She's like, and then the pregnant lady said the beginning of the two. I think that's who she was talking about. The two women in the beginning of the episode, that they were gonna go to a hotel buffet room. She said because they ain't never had the a hotel buffet, because they ain't never had this extra expense, extra money. And there was talk, and then it showed that Majumi was leaving, and a couple came by and asked, "Oh, we want to move in the apartment complexes," and the pregnant lady said, "It's a nice neighborhood here." And then it goes to Zumi over where Kamikato is, and at his place. And I think his lawyer, I don't know if it's his house and his office. It seems like it. Hatari was showing like he's like a gardener, and it's like all these vegetables and everything is there. And they were just checking out stuff, and then Montezumi was with Hatari looking at all the vegetables that were and fruit that were bloomed. And then Majizumi went over there to Hatari, to Kamikato. She's like, "I got something to confess." He's like, "Don't confess your feelings for me." She said, "It's not that." She said, "I know what my purpose is." She said, "I'm going to defeat you one day." Hatari's looking like, "What?" And Kamikato was like, he said, "For humor, I give you 100 points." It seemed like, Kamikato wasn't bothered. And then also Hatari says, like, "Is that construction being right there?" And then Kamikato got up and stood up and said, "Shoot, I'm going to sue." And that's the way it ended. It's good. This Kamikato cracks me up. Anyway, that is that is what happened, and that's it. And yeah, that was it. Bye.